Because this is the point where grinding, this is the grind, yeah, see, this is how bad the grind is. I Azur laned while Girls Frontline was playing. This is dumb. This is too much grind. This is the point where you have too much grind in your video game, when I can do that. This is the point where you know there is too much grind in a video game. So now you can say definitively that that Girls Frontline has way too much fucking grind to be at any point actually like useful or have a point to it other than just to force you to grind. To be fair, it helps that Girls Frontline can play itself. This is also true. But again, I spent money, so they already got money out of me. But use this as a lesson for deciding which waifu game you want to play. Girls Frontline is nice, however, there is a shit ton of grind. Azur lane, way more comfortable. If I met someone who is like 2 steps out of being a normie and said, I want to play one of these waifu games that look like fun, I would say Azur lane. I would say Azur lane every day of the fucking week first. Yeah, I paid money to make Girls Frontline too. I made money to play Call of Waifu. I paid money to make Call of Waifu one day. One single solitary day. One fine day! One fine sweet summer day. Girls Frontline 2, but a first-person shooter. Also, yeah, Azur lane has more loot because the developers don't give a shit about censoring anything. In fact, they've gone back on censoring. They pre-censored Prince Huygen's artwork for her swimsuit and then went back and used the uncensored art anyway. Those men are saints. But yeah, I basically just went in and did all the things that I need to do daily on Azur lane, plus a little bit more. I usually save the loot boxes for opening them on stream, but just for the sake of kicks there you go. But I hope you enjoyed me a dual emulator drifting. Dual emulator grinding. Okay, so where are we right? Yeah, IDW doesn't need to be fixed. She's fine. She can sit there. She can keep going all day long. Manju has a female CEO, right? Well, she seems like I think that woman is a very good, a very, 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 very intelligent pragmatist. I think she probably does her job fine. I think she understands the appeal of anime titty. She sounds like a cultured woman. Deja vu next time you do that madness. Alright, fine. We used Gas, 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 and now I have to go do all the other Eurobeat songs. I was gonna do Running in the 90s, but that seemed like that was too cliche. That was too cliche, so I wanted to try it. But yeah, Deja Vu is the next one. Next time we have to do that. Well, we entertained ourselves with F2000 getting through level 65, basically. Do not play that over a World War II game, though. Pulse, that's... I don't want to be demonetized. We don't make those kinds of jokes here. Well, now. Maybe in 50 years, people can start making very off-color World War II jokes and people will not care. And yet another run done. So yeah, anybody looking at this in post, I suppose, asking themselves, why would anyone play this with this much grinding at this point? I don't blame you. That's a perfectly rational thing. I'm doing it just for the sake of the accomplishment at this point, since I'm already here. I'm already here, I might as well make it through to the end. But to anyone else looking at this and kind of going, why would you play this? Yeah, that impulse is perfectly fine. You can lean on the impulse, I won't judge you. This game has way too much fucking grinding. It really does. A sense of pride and accomplishment. Thanks, Jack. I just see Grand Blue memed about. I haven't gotten anywhere near it. I haven't played it. I haven't looked at it. But yeah, okay. Thanks for the advice, Hama. I'll stick with my boats and my guns. But yes, good waifus. Yes, yes. From what I see from all the art, everybody likes the waifus. Too bad you have to wail for them. This Grand Blues. I don't think I want to go to these Grand Blues. I'm sure it's nice if you like it, but I think I've got enough waifu games in my life. Now we're getting plenty of IDW doubles. And plenty. Plenty. I think IDW might need to be fit. No, she's fine. Fuck it. Nah, she's fine. Everything's fine. She might have taken a little bit more. She's slowly getting, like, just kind of tiny little chipped off. Teeny amounts of health chipped off, but she's still at half health. She's still fine. Now I got to the point where IDW is just a perfectly fine tank and nobody cares. It'd be nice if my DPS actually got up there, but, you know, grind. Oh my god, I can't wait till I go to fucking 0-2. Cannot wait until we get to 0-2. Not now! Thanks for the support in the game on stream. Okay, right. I'm doing my part. Are you doing your part? Would you like to know more? This grind needs to go, though. This grind really just needs to go. This is an absolutely useless time sink. You gain nothing from the, you gain absolutely nothing for, I've been here, I've been through this grind for, it's gonna go on like 15 hours, really, by the end of this, that I've been grinding for this shit. It's been going on 15 hours of just me running around, like, grinding up this team, and now at 4-3. We're gonna be 10 hours in 4-3E. 10 hours! 10 hours in a mobile game. Just make a PC version and I wouldn't complain as much. Okay, so, right. Which tells new players to fuck off. Yeah, that's exactly what it does. It's its own negative advertising. The game advertises against itself, which is terrible. But 66, 65, 64. We're getting there! Slowly. Ever so slowly. Ugh. $0.50 for the grind machine. Yeah, I'd like to make back the... Actually, how much have I made this stream? Martin gave me like $5. I might be able to make that purchase back by the end of the stream. So at least there's that. If I can break even or just like pay for it with the stream, fine. September's actually been a very good month for me, so I'm happy with that. It's gonna take a little while for that money to get to me, but you know what? I'm fine with spending 20 bucks here and there. I'm actually at the point where it's kind of funny. I'm actually at the point where I can actually spend $20 and it not really affect very much on its own. Yes, and then Dancing Fool with his magical scratch-off tickets. Which apparently, you know, my luck. Apparently my luck bleeds through to my audience. Because Dancing Fool won 1 scratch-offs, and then Night Bonus won 8,000 off a fucking scratch-off. What did I spend it on? Armory space! That's what I spent it on. So I can sit here and grind 4-3E without having to be interrupted, because it's gonna take that long. Did you refund the S for... Oh, wait, Tazrin, I forgot about that. I need to go do that. I'll do that later. I forgot. That skipped my mind entirely. It was all the grinding! It's making my brain smooth. I can't think anymore. Oh, good. Game updates. That's fantastic. Thank you, Daydream. Resident representative of the grindhouse that we have here. I will do it later. You need to learn corpse drag. What do you mean corpse drag? This is my first time up through the fucking thing. These are my highest level dolls. This is what you're doing to new players, sir. Corpse drag ain't nothing. This is how a new player gets through. Yeah, I've been playing the game since the closed beta. I was in the closed beta, but lots of lots of things got in the way. So now this is my first time actually getting the dolls to level 70 up here. So, yeah, I have to do this the normal way. The normal way with way too much grinding. I tried to do the event, but I actually didn't. I got halfway through it. May skip event. No, I'm gonna be here for the event because I might actually be ready for the damn event. The next one. The next one I'm probably gonna be prepared for, thank God. Skip many event. I wasn't here for them because my schedule's screwed up. I was unlucky. I got a friends list full of people with level 100 dolls, but I ain't one of them. Saint, honestly, really? I don't have many mods that I'd actually recommend because I don't necessarily play Stalker with mods all that often. Misery is a weird thing, but Atmosphere I think is like, if I want to play Call of Pripyat, I want Atmosphere in there. Because it's just nice. It's just nice to have a nice looking skybox. I will probably have another crack at Graza. Cube Plus is a thing, though. So it'll come around again, I suppose. Okay, so is IDW even remotely damn? Yeah, she's getting down there, I suppose, but she can still go. We can still save the repair tickets. Okay, right, so... Tokarev. And then... we can still do with IDW. She'll be okay. But again, I suppose to make this simple, clicky, click, 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 wait, nope, fucked it up again. Click, 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 go. Something as far as playthrough number 7 in Call of Pripyat. Yeah, I don't have many mods. I didn't get terribly into the modding scene for Call of Pripyat. Or really any of the Stalker games, but yeah, for me, Atmosphere is a definite. It just makes the game feel so much better. And I don't even turn on like half of the weird shit, like the Psy Storms or the Toxic Storms. They're interesting, but I don't necessarily use it for that. Grinding, 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 grinding. We're now at about the area where IDW started at the start of the stream, but they don't have you know 15 combat reports to be stuffed inside them. Lewd, I know, but still. All right, so what about? I think we can now, yeah, repair ticket. Good. I think we can now have an excuse to repair IDW. Hey, look, 140, 40 dolls, ripe for enhancement. Great, awesome, fantastic. All right, so what's the combat sim energy at? And another hour before I can do intermediate again. All right, well, nothing to stop for. Wait a minute. Wait, is this? Did I click on that? My brain just kind of did that automatically. I think that was the regular 4-3. That might have been regular 4-3. I might have been a dumb. My brain just went into full muscle memory mode without actually really registering what the hell was going on screen. What would you guys say the minimum for doing 0-2 is, so I know where I'm shooting here? I figure we get the 4th dummy for F2000 and G3, and then maybe get everybody to like level 80 by going to like 5-4E or 5-2E. And then immediately hop up to 0-2 when we're done. At least 4 for all squad members. I think we can kind of get away with 1911 dragging behind a little bit. Oh, hey, look, cores. Great. 0-2 is level 100. I meant minimum requirement. You grind from like 90 to 100 at 0-2. So I'm just gonna be assuming 4 dolls and maybe halfway through their thing. Maybe going from like 80 to 90. And getting the 5th doll. The 5th dummy. That's what I'm thinking. Does anyone want to prove me wrong? Like 70 to 100. Okay, right. Kazarin, what are you doing? Kazarin, what are you going on about? Kazarin, the Lord of Useful Information. I figured. All right, okay. So get them all up to 4 dummies. Go for 4 or 5-2E, right? 5-2E, and then get them a little bit leveled. Maybe get them to 80. Maybe get them to 80, and then hop over to 0-2 and start right. And then maybe we'll get him to 100. Maybe, just maybe. At least we'll have a shit ton of cores. That we can count on. Lots of cores. Lots and lots of cores. F2000 barrier for entry gun. Yes, the minimum requirement for the end game is IDW mod 3. That is the minimum requirement. The SWAT cat. Air guitar plays in the background. Grinding for that's gonna be a little event in itself, I suppose. Just going back. Just keep going. And going.
My RS. Alright. RSC. I have plenty of resources, sir. Dreamer, sir, you keep saying things about corpse dragging, but you can't. I can't actually corpse drag anything, and I still have to do the grinding. I fail to see how dragging up lower level dolls with a higher level doll would actually solve anything about what's going on right now. And also with the XP penalty, that kind of screws with corpse dragging, don't you think? It's not that big of a deal, but that actually makes it somewhat inefficient. No, I don't, sir, but please explain yourself. Kazarin continues to meme. What are you talking about? Please inform me now. So, you know, I'm gonna be here for another at least 2 hours. But please explain. Give me a general sit rep here. Because it might help me now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, why would saving resources help me right now? I'm not spending any of them. Aside from just grinding. I got enough to grind. I'll be fine for grinding. Yeah, I understand that. I'm not exactly sure why these are being suggested to me right now. Saving resources, why? I have plenty of resources currently. The problem is the grind, and I need to expend resources in order to grind. One with a single DPS unit. Okay. Okay. The cat's gotten to the cat's gotten to a level where I actually can kind of forget about her for a little bit. Okay, Fistful, that seems really overcomplicated and it doesn't actually really help me, I suppose. But if you wanted to cheese the system out of resources, I suppose you could do that. That doesn't seem like it would really help me out here at all. Really, I have enough time to let my resources just kind of filter back up, and that's what the supply missions are supposed to be for, aren't they? That doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, thank you, Hame. Nobody. This doesn't help me at all right now. What I'm doing. The problem in front of me right now is grinding. It's grinding a lot. I understand the concept behind it, and I know there are multiple ways to cheese shit. But, yeah, it doesn't help me at all right now. I just mass produce reports. Yes, like a sane person. If my data room was up to snuff, then I could probably just mass produce reports and none of my problems will be... I won't have any problems with leveling anymore. Everything will be fine. Nope, the F2000 doubles, they're reining in, Panda. They are absolutely reining in, and there's no problems here. I have basically everything I need, and I also bought more armory space, so I don't have to stop anymore. Because I got to the point where the game is literally playing itself now. So I decided, you know what, fine, let's let the system be more efficient. So now I'm literally just putting in the required number of runs to fill the required number of XP to get the dolls to level 70. And that's it. The game is now playing itself in really just an entirely redundant way. This is the point where the grind becomes way too much. 220 now. When I go to fix a problem, I make sure that fucking problem's fixed. So Bren 10 memes win at some point. I need to find something to do with Bren 10. We'll figure out a meme team with Bren 10 at some point. Honestly, you know, with 1911 here, I could actually probably, since her buff grid is about the same, I could honestly probably swap out 1911 for Bren 10 here. She'd be a little bit more expensive in terms of cores and leveling, but meme pistol. All these IDW doubles. Yeah, she is a 2-star, so her cores won't be that expensive, but I won't get doubles for her. Yes, she is a 2-star. And she has the same buff arrangement as 1911, so I could just swap them out. She does different stuff though. I'd have to go look at her, and that would mean basically just slamming the brakes and swapping out 1911, who really isn't here for her damage potential anyway. She's nice, but she's really not doing anything. I'll level Bren 10 with reports.